The former Prime Minister Boris Johnson has now broken his silence on Rishi Sunak's Brexit deal. He's raised concerns about the agreement, saying this is not about taking back control. Watch in disbelief.
So when I look at the deal that we have now, I of course have mixed feelings. I'm conscious of where the political momentum is and people's deep desire just to get on. And this has got to be about the people of Northern Ireland, the 1.9 million people, their businesses and their lives. And given that we have got rid of the bill, I can see why so many people are attracted to accepting a compromise. And I agree passionately with Sir Geoffrey Donaldson, for whom I have the highest regard, that the people of Northern Ireland need their assembly and they need their government. And it's not for me to advise Sir Geoffrey, but I hope that he can find a way of reconciling himself and his party to this outcome, which is the fact that we have, and getting back into Stormont. But, and I am conscious I'm not going to be thanked for saying this, but I think it's my job to do so. We must be clear about what is really going on here. This is not about the UK taking back control. And although there are easements, this is really a version of the solution that was being offered last year to Liz Truss when she was Foreign Secretary. This is the EU graciously unbending to allow us to do what we want in our own country, not by our laws, but by theirs.
Well, hang on a minute, because Sunak's Brexit deal is itself an improved version of the Brexit deal negotiated and signed by Boris Johnson. So let's take a look at what Johnson said about his original deal in 2019.
We have a deal with the EU that is ready to go. It is up and ready, as I never tire. It is just put it in the microwave and there it is.
It is a fantastic deal that allows us to get out as a whole country, and it delivers everything that we wanted from Brexit. Our whole country comes out entire and perfect. England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland together. I believe that this is a good arrangement, reconciling the special circumstances in Northern Ireland with the minimum possible bureaucratic consequences at a few points of arrival in Northern Ireland. This is a great deal for our country, for the UK. This deal represents a very good deal both for the EU and for the UK. It is a great prospect and a great deal, and I commend it to the House.
Now listen again to what Johnson says about Sunak's improved version of his original deal.
This is the EU graciously unbending to allow us to do what we want in our own country, not by our laws, but by theirs.
It's almost as if Johnson wasn't telling the truth in 2019. It's another graphic illustration of the insanity of Brexit. Less than 3 years ago, Johnson was selling his original Brexit deal to the public as a negotiating triumph, and now he's saying this about an improved version of his deal.
This is not about the UK taking back control.
This is what Sunak told Parliament on February 27th.
How can we say the protocol protects the Belfast Good Friday Agreement when it has caused the institutions of that agreement to collapse?
And this is what Johnson told Parliament about his deal in 2019.
It is in full compatibility, Mr. Speaker, with the Good Friday Agreement.
And let's not forget Sunak himself backed Johnson's original deal, despite the fact the government's own impact assessment at the time predicted the damage Johnson's deal would cause. And so did this. This leaked Treasury presentation in 2019 goes on to say checks and declarations from the protocol would be highly disruptive to the Northern Ireland economy, that SMEs are likely to struggle to bear the cost, and acknowledges that it would increase the price of high street goods. In December 2019, the BBC reported on leaked documents raising fresh concerns about GB-NI trade after Brexit. The paper from the Department for Exiting the EU, seen by the BBC, lists preparing for high levels of checks as one of the challenges in delivering the government's Brexit deal.